Hey everybody, this is Anthony Meadows. If you clicked on this video for any reason, please subscribe. If at any point this video begins to help you out, please subscribe. Also check out my Patreon for exclusives, tutorials, downloads, and anything you need for just 10 bucks. You can't beat it. Very much cheaper than piano lessons. All right, so I want to talk about today some of my not just favorite chords, but some of the chords I found to be the most foundational chords in playing gospel music and playing church music. All right. So we're going to be in the key of G. All right. So if you don't know G, you're going to learn it today. Please don't be one of those people that shoot straight up from F sharp to get to A flat. Let's don't skip G. So the first chord that I want to cover is actually going to be a one chord, and this is what it is. All right. You hear that sound all the time. All right. So it's not just the chord that I want to focus on. For the beginners, it is, but for the more advanced people, I also have a very particular focus on inversions in this episode. So right here, you can see my left hand, I have G, I have the 1, I have the 5, I have the flat 7. All right, let's go over the scale real quick, just in case you don't know it in G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and back to 1. All right, so G only has one flat, and that's your F sharp. All right, cool. So the chord we played was this. And this is what my left hand played. All right, which is a very common dominant chord for your left hand. It's the 1, 5, and instead of going all the way to the octave, we go to your flat 7. In my right hand, I just played an extended 2 chord. All right, so you'll see that's A minor 7. So I have the 1, 5, flat 7, the 2, the 4, the 6, and I'm back home at the 1. All right. And the beautiful part about this chord is keeping that 1 on top. Like I said, for my advanced people, keeping that 1 on top. Sometimes I hear stuff like this and, all sorts of things, but it's really good to keep that 1 on top, you no matter what you're doing. All right. The next chord that I want to cover is a diminished chord, all right? So it's this right here. Now, I know what some of you may be thinking, oh, a diminished chord, I already know this, I'm ready to click off. Well, it's the context behind this diminished chord that I really want to talk about, right? So most people are familiar with most people that feel like they use that chord, but what they're not doing is, you know, so that's not what they're doing right there. All right. I just use that chord in about 4 different places. All right. So this chord right here, you can start it from 4 different points, but I'm going to start it from G. All right. You're going to skip 2 notes. We're going to have the flat 3. We're going to have the flat 5, and we're going to have our 6. All right. And that just repeats. You don't always have to hold 8 notes. Sometimes you can hold different variations of notes. All right. And like I said, what you want to do is begin to practice putting it over the 1, put it after the 2. All right, 4. Then everybody knows this one. All right, then you go to your 5. All right, put it on your 6. To your flat 7. All right, cool, awesome. And the last one that I want to do is the dominant 4. All right, so some people may know this. All right, and you can also do it like that. All right. So my notes here are the 4, the flat 3. I chose to omit the 5, it's a little crowded. But if I did it up here, I would have included that, maybe on organ or something. Anyway, all right. In my right hand, I have the flat 3 again, the 5, the 6, and I have the 2. All right. You can have the 1 or you can have the 2. All right. So for my beginners, if you're not making that 4 dominant when you're going to church, then you're not going to church, right? So what I don't want to see is, right? I don't want to see that. That sounds like some Tyler Perry chords. All right. We want to see that. All right. All that was over the 4. All right. So if you don't know what a dominant chord is, I'll explain one good time. But it's basically a chord you can make off your 5. But in any case, you have your regular major chord, and then your last extension needs to be another minor third. All right. This would be a major third, the pretty sound, and this would be a minor third. All right. The dominant sound. Okay. And you can see that leaves us with that diminished chord that we just talked about. So there's another place you can put it over. All right, and that's all I'm going to cover for today. If you follow me over on Patreon, I'm going to give out a progression that's very easy to use on organ, and you can also do it over pastors preaching or over just high praise moments that you can remember. So I'm going to give out 2 progressions on Patreon. For everyone else, thank you for checking out the video. As always, I appreciate you guys. Please subscribe. All right, so here's the progression on Patreon.